back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Kayla Jukic. If you're not, welcome back. Today's video, I'm going to be taking you through a week of workouts. I love watching these types of videos, so I love making them. Hopefully it just shows you, a realistic workout split, because a lot of people have this idea that you need to do like 100 exercises to grow the glutes, but realistically it is quality over quantity. So hopefully you get that idea and picture throughout this video. This little guy is already tired and we haven't even worked out yet, so I'm not going to do much talking. Let's just jump into it. Alright guys, happy day one. We're starting off the week strong with a leg workout. This one specifically is quad and calf focus. Now, before all workouts, I always do a warm-up with some dynamic stretching. I've talked about this before and have a full video dedicated just to that. But basically, dynamic stretching and warm-ups is just taking your limbs through full ranges of motion. So you are constantly moving and not holding a stretch for a certain amount of time. As you can see, I'm doing things such as leg swings, hip swings, frog to squat pose, lunges, those types of things. Now we're moving into our first exercise, which is the barbell back squat. I always like starting my compound exercises with warm-up sets also. So I'm just using a bar and I did 2 sets of that for 8 to 10 reps. Then I moved into my working set, so I added 35 pounds to each side, and I did 4 sets of 8 reps. I don't know about you guys, but I have a love-hate relationship with squats. I have really long legs, as you can see, so it's taken me a long time to work on my mobility and form, but I'm really happy with how far I've come with it. Now I'm setting up for sumo deadlifts. This is one of those exercises I feel like everyone debates a lot about, because some people think it's a back day exercise, some people think it's a leg day exercise. Honestly, all for good reason, because it is definitely interchangeable. I definitely have done it on back days before, but I'm currently loving it on leg days. Again, I always like to warm up with 1 set of about 8 to 10 reps, and then I moved into 3 working sets of 10 reps. Next on the list for the day is the pendulum squat. I just tested this out a few weeks ago for the first time, and oh my goodness, I don't know why I didn't use it before. I guess I was honestly kind of scared to try it, because most commercial gyms, and definitely all the gyms I've been to previously, don't have this. So yes, even advanced lifters like myself don't always know what they're doing, so never feel like you're being judged, especially if you are a beginner. I like the stability and balance you get with the pad versus, free weights like a barbell back squat. I had 40 pounds of added plate weight on here, and I did 4 sets of 8 reps. After that, I decided I want to make my quads cry even more, so I hopped on the leg extension machine, aka literal death. I swear I do not leave this feeling good, but in a good way. Now, I've seen some crazy things on TikTok, like how you should position your feet different ways on the leg extension. Just keep it simple, point your toes up. That's the right and proper way to do it, and that's the end of it. I did 5 sets of 10 reps using 75 pounds. Now, I know a lot of you probably skip training calves, but this is your sign not to. So, training calves is one, obviously aesthetically good for the overall look of your legs, but also it helps with foot, ankle, and even knee stability. Personally, I like training calves at a high rep range, so I did 5 sets of 15 reps using 110 pounds. Last but definitely not least, I know this was mainly a quad and calf focus workout, but I really like hip thrusting twice a week, so I've been loving ending my quad day with this hip thrust machine and doing lower weight, higher reps. This machine comes in clutch because by the end of my workout, I don't feel like setting up a barbell to hip thrust, so this just takes all of the work out of that. I did 3 sets of 15 reps using 88 pounds. Let's get started with day 2, which is my favorite day of the week, pull day, back, and biceps. I just love a good old back workout, and if you didn't know, building a back is actually a super big tool and key for having that illusion of a smaller waist. So ladies, don't skip your back days. Again, always starting with a warm-up. I love using a long resistance band on upper body days. I just got mine from Amazon. It is actually linked in my Amazon storefront, which I will put in the description box below. Now, to kickstart the workout, I am doing assisted pull-ups. I always like to start with these because if I end with them, they're not happening. So I did a total of 4 sets of 6 reps. Moving into lat pull-downs, honestly, I haven't done the straight bar variation in a hot freaking minute. I have been on a mag bar kick lately, and if you don't know what a mag bar is, your gym likely doesn't have it, but it's just a different type of bar to use for your pull downs, and it happens to be my absolute favorite. Now, I did 4 sets of 12 reps for this. Now, I've been trying out different row variations lately because my gym is packed with them. Honestly, if you are ever in the Toronto area, you need to come to my gym, which is Pure Muscle and Fitness, and experience all it has to offer, because it's just just honestly immaculate. There is just so many fun machines. But anyways, I decided to go for the seated low bar version, and I did single arm rows, 4 sets of 8 reps with 1 plate on each side. And then I moved into another seated row, but this one is super interesting because it's a high bar row, and as you can see, your feet aren't at ground or near ground level. They are literally up above you, which is super different and a pretty cool experience, honestly. So the setup allows you to target those mid-back muscles and really allow for a nice stretch because of the range of motion going from super up to down. I did 4 sets of this at 10 reps. Next, I'm doing these seated hammer curls. This was the only bicep exercise I did today, so I pushed it for 6 sets of 10 reps, and I just used 10-pound dumbbells. Last but definitely not least, I ended my workout with this neutral grip pull down. I've actually never used this machine before. I've used similar ones in my gym, but I decided to give it a try, and I had 45 pounds and 25 pounds, and it felt really good. It was a good way to end the workout. Woohoo! We are halfway done the workout week. Now moving into day 3 of 4, which is the second and last leg day of the week. This one is going to be more glute and hamstring focused. So as always, you guys know the drill by now, starting with dynamic stretching. You can probably tell from day 1 leg day, but my dynamic stretching is pretty much the same, if not identical. I'm always doing the same thing. That's what works for me and feels good. Now, first exercise on for today is heavy dead stop hip thrusts. Dead stop hip thrust literally means dead stop at the end of each rep. So bringing the weight completely down instead of keeping the tension in your glutes. Right there, I was actually doing my warm-up set, so I was just doing a regular hip thrust, but now I'm adding on my working weight and I am doing the dead stop hip thrust. I find the heavier I go with hip thrust, I start to feel it in my quads. So with the dead stop hip thrust, it keeps the tension in my glutes and I feel like I don't experience anything in my quads. So that's why I've been loving them lately. I did 3 sets of 10 reps of this and I was absolutely Dunsky by the end of it. Once I completed that, I took some of the weight off and I moved into 4 sets of 15 reps of calves glute bridges. So as you can see, it looks super similar to a hip thrust, but the difference is you're only doing the top portion of a hip thrust. When I tell you my booty cheeks were on absolute fire, they were on absolute fire. So I decided to squat press. So this is quad focused, but it's totally okay. I had 3 plates on each side and I did 3 sets of 10 reps, and honestly this felt super hard and I was really giving it my all. Fun fact, I actually haven't done an incline leg press in a hot minute just because I love this squat press. It just feels so dang good. So if your gym has it, definitely try it out. Favorite exercise of the day, dumbbell Romanian deadlifts, aka RDLs. If I honestly had to do one exercise for the entire rest of my life, this would be the one. This is the holy grail to hamstring and glute gains. So I did 4 sets of 10 reps, and honestly, I don't know why the weight felt so heavy for me today. I felt like it just felt like it was 100 times heavier than normal, which is weird because this is my normal weight. So it was just one of those days, and honestly, that made me call it a workout. I worked really hard, but your girl is exhausted by the end of this. We have made it to the last workout of the week. This one is going to be a push day workout, so that means we're going to be doing a little bit of shoulders, a little bit of chest, and a little bit of triceps. So as you can see, just quickly showing you guys my warm-up, just really opening up my shoulders. It is so important, especially on upper body day. We are kicking off the workout though with hitting a chest exercise. So I'm doing this seated vertical press. Honestly, I'm not a bench press kind of gal, and I've just been steering away from it lately, and I've been loving this variation. It's pretty much the same thing but in a seated position. So again, I've been loving it. I did 4 sets of 10 reps. After that, I moved over to the free weights and we did dumbbell shoulder press. I love these. These are great. These have been really helping me build my shoulders and my delts. I used 30 pounds. Oh my God, can you see that my face there? I was really struggling with that one. And I did 3 sets of 10 reps. I was exhausted, y'all. That was really hard.
Now we're moving into this seated chest fly machine. Again, this is something different that my gym has. If you don't have this one, you could just use like the chest fly pec deck. That would suffice. It's pretty much the same thing, but I did 4 sets of 10 reps. This was my last set and my last rep, and I was really working for it, and I definitely needed a drink of water after. Now we're moving into my all-time favorite tricep machine that my gym has, and it's this seated tricep dip. This is different from other like commercial tricep dip machines because the back part, I don't know if you guys can tell, it is actually on an incline, so it really forces you to put your body weight forward, which forces you to really focus on those triceps. So I did 5 sets of 10 reps. Ended my workout off with this superset. I did 3 sets of 10 reps of standing lateral raises, and then I moved into this seated raises, and I did 3 sets till failure, and it was really hard. These kill your delts.
Alrighty, a full week of workouts. Thank you guys so much for working out with me. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully you took some notes. You can screenshot this or write it down in your notes so that you have some structure when you go into the gym next week. If you want to see more of these videos, make sure you subscribe to me down below. Give this video a big thumbs up. That lets me know that you like these types of videos as well. It helps the channel out. And other than that, I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.